Morning, this is Mike Colleen of Mike Colleen's Cracked Female Code. This is a dating and relationship company. Hey, this is Mike Colleen, and I'm going to do a series starting right now about understanding. It might be 2 or 3 videos, maybe even more. Alright? So, I'm going to start with this, because there's going to be 2 separate understandings. Let me turn the music down a little bit. I'm going to start out with a friend of mine, actually a client of mine. I keep calling them friends. Although I consider you guys friends, actually, especially after I get to know you for a while. Not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Most importantly, though, I am your coach. That's got to be first and foremost. So let me turn the music off here. Alright, so this is Mike Colleen. Buy my book at Crack the Female Code at crackthefemalecode.com. That is a life-changing book. Put my heart and soul into it. I didn't even edit it. I mean, not even a little bit. All the errors, all the spelling, all the excess stuff, it's all in there. Had a lot of positive results with that. Not only results, but people calling me, leaving messages. People who just ordered it online telling me how much it's kind of saved them. Their emotions, their heart. Like, I always thought this, and I was always confused about that. It's one guy called it mind opening, eye opening, etc. But this is about understanding. So let me get right to it. All right. There's going to be a couple pieces kind of separate yet kind of intertwined. So I had a client call me, and he wanted to know, like, what do I say? What do I do with this girl? You know, I really like her, but she's not returning my calls, or she is, and this back and forth thing. Here's what I mean about understanding. Here's why I don't like tips and advice. You know, if someone says, "Oh, I give dating advice," run, walk, get out of there. They don't know what they're doing. I don't give advice. I don't give tips. I teach you the core processes in a female's nervous system and in yours, so you can understand what's the difference between you and her, so you can understand yourself and why you like something and why she doesn't. We're just wired differently, and that's all it is. See, I'm going to give you a conversation I had with a lady the other night. She kind of started asking me, like, she's kind of a casual friend, someone I just met. Oh, I think all that's bullshit. One book says this, another book says that. And I'm like, well, yeah, because they're giving you advice. You should do this. That's like going to a church. If this church has this values, then they're going to say this is who you should be. If this church has this values, they're going to say this is who you should be. Or this group of friends. Everyone's different. And I guess what I'm trying to say right off the bat is a lot of people kind of will jump on me when I get 3 sentences out. Oh, that's not true. Not all women are like that. I know. Absolutely. 100%. I know. Okay? But I can't explain even a basic core process or pattern in 3 sentences. You're going to have to give me a little bit more time than that. Okay? You're going to have to learn a little bit more from me to give you a fuller, more meaningful explanation of the differences and how to know when to do this and not to do that, etc. I guess what I'm trying to say is I don't teach lines. I don't teach openers. I don't teach, well, here's my values. This is what I think you should do. No, I don't do that. I don't teach blindness. That's what I'm trying to say. I teach core, deep understandings of what's going on in our nervous systems, especially in our mating system, or I should say our reptilian brain. It's the smaller lower brain that's, you call it the, root, the top of the brain stem, the nerves, the spine. Sorry, I'm drawing a blank on the name right now. So there are instinctual patterns and core things that we do, and when you understand them, all of a sudden you can be more understanding of her and of yourself. See, the one thing I've learned through Buddhism is understanding. You can be judgmental and closed-minded and just judge someone and say screw them or fuck them or whatever. Or you can come from a place of actual understanding. If you're an adult and you're over the age of 45 years old, or at least 40, even 38, I bet you're going, yeah, I know what this guy's talking about, because as you get older, you start to understand, like, oh, I didn't know that person had this disease. Or I'll give you an example. I got ran over by a car 4.5 years ago, and a lot of people are like, God, that guy's drunk all the time. Or, God, that guy, and some of these people were people I had told, like, I'm suffering from a head injury. I got hit by a car, but there was no understanding. I said, it's going to take another 2 years for me to really come around. And luckily, I completely healed. And a lot of people are like, God, you've really changed, Did you get off, stop drinking? I'm like, I don't drink. I mean, I drink a little bit, so little. Like, a lot of people are like, you don't even drink, dude. So the point being is just like, be a little more patient with people. Be a little bit more understanding. That will change your life, and that will give you an advantage in life. That, younger guys especially, I think mostly it's men, but sometimes younger women, they're quick to judgment, especially in their teens and early 20s, like to 25. But women in general tend to be a little bit more patient, not always. But as groups, I would say women tend to be a little bit more open. So I'm going to go into a series of different forms of understanding and why they're so important. And single guys, this makes it a lot easier to meet the girl of your dreams. I'm just going to say it. To get laid, to pick up on the girl at the club. A lot of times I say, I don't teach openers and lines. I teach genuine communication. I teach you an effortless, and I mean effortless way of attracting women. There's a powerful secret that I teach in my course. Now, I can't say it in a sentence or two, and that's what I mean about, give me a little bit more, leeway. Some guys are like, well, what's the magic key? There is no magic key. But when you know how to use this stuff and you do it correctly, it seems like magic. That's the difference between my course and the other courses. It's not about memorizing. It's not about lines. When you understand what's going on, it makes it easy because you walk into the room with your eyes wide open. Instead of, well, here's a bunch of lines, here's a bunch of openers, memorize them and do it this way and do it that way and don't do this. No, I don't do that. I'm not going to hand you a rule book. If you want a rule book to have someone tell you what to do, go to another course. I don't care. This is a new way. This is a better way of understanding, and you're going to have to actually think. You're going to have to use your own brain. But here's the good news. I'll teach you how to use your brain, and I mean that. I'll teach you how to think and create and communicate conversations. And as I said, there's a secret in my course that teaches you how to attract women to you. All right? Get ready for my next series of lessons or teachings or understandings, whatever you want to call them. And you'll find out the power in understanding women.